Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Silica. So Silica starts to become quite interesting again. As I said, I think in the last video that here the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level will be a very, very important support. We can see that we came down to that level and that we actually had a strong reaction to that support level. That is positive. It didn't manage to make a new high, so it still made only a lower high, but it is important to get that strong reaction. And if you see that strong reaction from a Fib level, that is a good sign. That is at least means watch the price, watch it closely, especially as it is the 61.8% Fib level, a very important one, or actually the most relevant one. So Silica obviously, in my opinion, could have already, more than other cryptos, and with a higher probability than other cryptos, could already have completed its first, its main correction, right? We've got a lot of cryptos that are still in the corrective move mode, whatever. And yes, Silica has done textbook ABC correction, a wave 2 that perfectly hit the Fib levels here between 3 cents and 5.5 cents. Yeah, so if I draw the Fibs of that entire move, you will get here that range between the 78.6% Fib level and the 88.7% Fib level, here highlighted in green. Fantastic. From here, the price moved out of the target area, which is great. So this is the area where most cryptos landed as expected in. Yeah, we talked about these price target areas in November, not for Silica because I only recently started to cover it, but it is the area that I defined for other cryptocurrencies as well. So I would have defined it for Silica as well, because it is just the area where in a wave 2, with the highest likelihood, the cryptocurrencies are turning around. So that means we have seen a turnaround. So that means Silica has done the minimum it needs to do to complete the correction, started very impulsively to move out of that area, moved higher. I told you here a correction would be coming. We had an ascending broadening wedge, a bearish reversal pattern. We also had, we were overbought and so on, all the stuff. This is a very impulsive move. So we had here our first 5-wave move complete. I think we can count it like that. And we are now here in a correction. So you could count this again as a, obviously we've got here our higher degree wave 2. The next wave would be a higher degree wave 3. That will be somewhere up here. And within this, we are currently doing our first wave that might be complete, or that probably is complete, and the second wave. So the next one will be a 3, 4, 5, and that will complete that higher degree wave 3. That is how I see the price. The reason is that I'm more bullish on Silica here than on other cryptos, is at the moment at least, because it moved up substantially, quite strongly, very impulsively. It's now coming down. It's slowing down the downtrend. We have a golden cross here already happening on the daily, that is. Yeah, this is the 8-hour, the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average that crossed bullish. Yeah, these are the daily indicators. And we have seen a very strong reaction to the 61.8% Fib level. So without a doubt, that cryptocurrency still has potential to move lower, because in such a wave 2 that we do, the cryptos would with the highest likelihood land in this area between the 88.7% Fib level, 5.3 cents in this case, and the 61.8 at 10.4. So it's not possible to specify that closer. There are limits to TA, and this is the limit. The reason is that the Fibs are very much extended, and the reason for that is that that price moved up very, very strongly. So you get extended Fib levels, and it is just not possible to specify it any closer. Therefore, we need to take a look at other indicators. First of all, we can see we had a very strong reaction to that Fib level here, and we started to move up to the next Fib level. Couldn't break it, that's fine, but we made a lower high. But possibly what we're doing here is maybe a higher low. We need to see that. That is not yet decided. A few good things going on here on this chart now. First of all, bullish reversal pattern, a descending broadening wedge. Different ways of drawing it, either use the wicks or you just use here the closed candles. But for both, you broadly can paint here or draw a descending broadening wedge. Yeah. If you don't use the candlesticks, if you don't use the wicks, it's not that clear. But especially if you use the wicks, you have a descending broadening wedge. That would be a bullish reversal pattern, okay? So that is a good sign, indicates that downtrend is slowing down. You see that as well if you, I mean, we are on the 8 hour. Let's take a look on the daily chart. You can see that as well by looking at the daily MACD, where the downtrend is slowing down. The MACD line isn't really turning yet, but it's already a first good sign. The stochastic RSI slowly starting to rise. The RSI on the daily still bullish, above 50. We still have a long signal on the ADX and DI. So these indicators are looking more bullish than others, yeah. And what we can also see here, not so much on the daily, no, not so much on the daily, but I go to the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look here. You can see that obviously we're making here higher highs and higher lows on the RSI. So this is generally indicating that the bullish momentum is increasing here. And it's now interesting to see what will be the next low. Will it be a higher low? Will it be a lower low? If it's a higher low, we could really start to break out of this descending broadening wedge. If that happens, I think that would be a potential reversal here. And then you get the additional volume and then you can start to move. 8-hour chart here as well, starting to turn around on the RSI. MACD still bullish, okay, losing a little bit of momentum, but also here on the ADX and DI, still a long signal. 4-hour, one final look. MACD basically on the 4-hour, potentially printing a bearish crossover here. But what is important is to see that the RSI throughout is going higher, indicating here that the bullish momentum is generally increasing. And yes, we are in this sort of downtrend still, but it seems to be slowing down. It is now important to see what happens here at this 61.8. If we, from here, if we touch it again and see another strong reaction, that might be a double bottom and it could indicate a reversal. Even if we stop higher and make a higher low, that could be a W pattern. And all of these things, if you then break out of this descending broadening wedge or even channel, however you want to draw or call it, and it's a bit tricky because it's quite volatile, but as soon as you see a breakout, at the latest, if you break out above the 50% FIB level here at 12.5 cents, I think that could really give it a push, because the price is, it is, in my opinion, more clearer than many other cryptos here in a bullish move still. We moved up strongly, we came down quite strongly, but then this is already slowing down here and we are above the 61.8% FIB level, and we just moved up so strongly. We're far away from those lows and we have that golden cross. And if this is going to become a W pattern, or maybe even a cup and, no, it's not a cup and handle, but if it becomes a W, so for example, something like this here, where you then make that, yeah, and then you could break out of that channel and move higher. What would be the imminent price target for that? So for that, we take the height, and add it to the neckline, and that could push us all the way up to the 38.2% FIB level at nearly 15 cents, yeah, in the next move, in the next imminent wave, yeah. But overall, yeah, it's starting to look quite good. If we take a look and estimate or assume that this here was the first wave 1, this is the wave 2. The wave 2 might be complete. Again, there is still downside potential to the next FIB, absolutely, 7.2 cents, still very much possible. Are we going to get there? Can't tell you that. Certainly, I told you what is a very important breakout level. But yeah, I think if we break below that 10.4 cent, then you're going to get to the next FIB level. But if we here start at the low, go all the way up to that wave 1, assume that might already be the low, then you can already see the potential for the next wave 3. Now that will be at least going to 42 cents, yeah, and that would be the next. That could happen quickly. It could happen quickly. 42 cents to 49. Yeah, this is sort of the range where, with the highest likelihood, I would expect that next move up. Then you get a wave 4 and a wave 5 to the upside again, and that would complete that. Where is it? That would complete that higher degree wave 3 here, which will be sitting here somewhere. So generally bullish outlook here for Silica, in my opinion. I like the chart. I'm quite positive about the chart. I think it looks better than for many other cryptos at the moment. You see here, if I zoom out on the 4 hour, you see declining momentum, declining volume. But that is interesting because we are getting here into an apex now. And if this is breaking out, that could be the next big move. Would match my analysis about what the price is doing at the moment. It's also holding fairly well compared to other cryptos at the moment. And yeah, that's my view about Silica. And I think if Bitcoin moves a little bit higher, that could really give it the catalyst to do a breakout. So that's my view about Silica. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. If you really like the content, then check out the channel membership for access to the Telegram live chat groups, the Discord server with my own buy and sell orders, and for a weekly live stream. Next live stream is on Sunday. And also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And for both, you can find the links in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.